Welcome, everyone, to That Kind of Nerds podcast, a weekly show where we break down what's going on in the nerdy world. As a matter of fact, it's 75 weeks that we've broken down in the nerdy world. This is our 75th episode.
You're welcome, everyone.
Woo! I want to say sorry to them because that's 75 times that our voices have come through their headphones or through their car stereo, and we should probably write them a check.
Why do you have to be they've chosen this? Why do you have to be so self-deprecating?
Because I can't have success. I'm sorry, you guys were going to say happy things about 75th, so I'll shut up.
Yeah, man, this is fantastic. 75 episodes. Thank you both. Thank you everyone for listening, for subscribing, for supporting us. It's been a wild ride, and we hope to do it for quite a few more.
The ride has indeed been wild. That's all I have to say.
Well, I am CJ Mellon, joined, of course, by Josh Burns and Brian Thornton. So, listen, it is the beginning of October, which means that it is time for Brian's masterclass in understanding what's going on in the world of movies.
That's a new level. That's a new level, masterclass.
And it's time for the October Blockbuster.
You give me so much credit, and last month I screwed up and I missed Sully, and I got called out on it hard.
You did. That's why now you have double-checked
This isn't masterclass. This is Brian haphazardly puts together some trailers and hopes he got them all. That's all there is.
So there are so many movies coming out in October, a lot of horror movies, which we are not going to talk about.
Because horror sucks.
We're only going to talk about the creme de la creme. And the ones that Brian actually remembered.
The creme de la creme.
By the way, the cream of the cream, how does that make sense?
And also, anytime anyone ever says creme, I think of Christoph Waltz with the ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Anyway, there is a lot going on in October, so I just want to touch on a few. And I wasn't going to touch on this, but CJ's so super excited to talk about it. So let's talk about The Girl on the Train. It comes out October 7th.
No, this looks great because it just looks like a great mystery and a great thriller. And CJ Craig is in it, you know? So why not go see this movie?
Who's CJ Craig?
Allison Janney.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
There's West Wingers out there. You know what I'm talking
Emily Blunt is also in it.
This book was a huge success. So it should be, pretty. I'm not going to see it, but a lot of people will. Probably Laura will. She read the book.
People will.
My wife and I will. Yeah. I just want to say it looks great. I want to see this movie.
Okay, that's all you want to say?
That's all I wanted to say.
You were
I want to
so
see
excited. I thought you had musings and things to talk about.
No. I will say that I am the film I'm most excited to see in October is the next one on Blockbuster.
Middle School, The Worst Years of My Life comes out October 7th.
Cannot wait to see this movie.
When I told my wife that this was Josh's October movie, she goes, "He's fucking with you, right? Like that's a joke."
Did you watch the trailer?
I did. I had to show her the trailer afterward, but she legitimately was like, "He's messing with you. Don't believe him."
When she watched the trailer, what was her reaction?
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, come on. Really?
No,
oh my God, will you look at the size of that pancake? That's so funny.
That right there, that is my wife. Goes to a funny movie, doesn't laugh. And I'm like, did you not enjoy the movie? No, I thought it was hilarious. You didn't laugh. Oh, I thought it was funny.
You say that's so funny, but you're not laughing.
You're
saying that's so sad.
She's not saying that's so sad. She's actually crying.
Right.
Josh, can you please tell me, for the people who haven't seen this trailer, why this is your October movie?
It's this kid organizing a revolution in his middle school, and everything happening around him is so cartoony and it's so much hyperbole and exaggeration that it looks really cool. And here's the funny thing. So I saw the trailer a couple weeks ago. I talked to you guys about it, and I then took Christian to Barnes and Noble to get. This kid reads at a rate which I cannot comprehend. I can't read like he does. So I'm getting him a new series of books, and I'm adding to his current series. And I spot this Middle School, The Worst Years of My Life book in Barnes and Noble. I go, "Oh, dude, look at this book. We're going to see this movie. We're going to see this movie. When it comes out, we're going to see this movie." But I'm excited to see it. Maybe because I'm the father of an 8-year-old. Maybe that's why, and that's not middle school. But he's getting there, and I'm watching him grow up, and this just looks cool. I hope my son can lead a revolution one day.
I think that right there is the real point for it. You just hope that you're raising a rebel rouser.
Yeah, well, he is a rabble rouser.
That's true.
So the following week, October 14th, and I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on this, but I actually kind of am interested in this Max Steel movie based on the Mattel action figures from back in the 90s. It looks pretty cool. It's like sci-fi, like alien.
I feel like this is number 5 or I am number 5 all over again.
You mean I am number 4?
I am number 4. Whatever.
And
See, that's how memorable that movie was. It was a good movie that
Number 5 got
underperformed
killed
and never
quick,
got anywhere.
right?
I Am Number 4 was a great movie that underperformed.
It was a great movie, and it's an underappreciated movie. I don't think this is going to be underappreciated. I think it's like when they made the Battleship movie. I think it's pretty much the same thing, right? I mean, it's Hasbro.
No, it is it's a Mattel movie. Yeah.
And I don't remember these. I don't remember this being a thing in the 90s.
It was these like little like pocket toys that like they were these little play sets that like popped open and they had like very, very tiny little figurines. I had a couple. They were pretty cool.
So
that's
like
all I'm saying.
Mid 90s.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't remember this at all.
I was 15.
You were too old. CJ was too young at this point, but I was.
You were just right, Goldilocks.
Just right.
You were just right.
You bought into that stuff like I did Pokemon cards. All right.
Yes. See, by the time Pokemon cards became a thing, I was too old for that.
But yeah.
I'm not going to see it in the theater. I'm just interested.
Okay.
That's all I was saying.
If enough people tell you, hey, it was good, you'll probably see it.
I will tell you the one movie that I do want to try to see in the theater is The Accountant. Comes out same day with Ben Affleck and Anna Kendrick. He is this like high functioning sociopath who
he's somewhere on the scale. Like he seems like he's
he's extremely smart. He's like running laundering money for the mob.
Right, but he reminds you of like a demented, like Sheldon has Asperger's kind of, but is an assassin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is actually. I'm highly interested in that. So I'm actually looking forward to see that. I mean, I don't know if you guys are. I like Ben Affleck.
This movie came out of nowhere, right? I haven't heard anything about this until I saw this trailer.
It really did, yeah.
And then I look at this, and then Anna Kendrick's role in this movie just seems weird. And it's either going to pay off really well, or it's going to be the weird part of the movie that doesn't make any sense. But I'm interested enough that I'll probably see this. Just maybe not opening weekend, but I'll probably see it.
Couldn't they just have had the same chick that was in The Town? Like, wouldn't that...
Blake Lively?
Wouldn't that have worked? No, not Blake Lively. His love interest.
Oh.
Yep, that one.
Rachel.
Right,
Rachel
okay,
Mann?
good.
Rachel something? Rachel Mann? I think her name is? That chick with the face.
Sure.
She was in Iron Man 3.
With the face and the hair. Yeah, so I think that they could have just had her. It looks cool. I want to see it. I don't know that I'd go to the theater to see it, but it looks cool. He's not, if you notice, he's not chasing after the Joker and or Superman. So
Did he direct this one?
No.
Okay.
Did not.
This is one for the studio, CJ.
I was just asking.
One for the studio.
Definitely that. And I don't know. I feel like it's buried in October. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to read the reviews.
So I'm going to skip down a couple unless you guys want to stop me. And I'm going to go down to Jack Reacher, Never Go Back, which comes out October 21st.
Who didn't love Jack Reacher?
I really enjoyed Jack
The movie
Reacher.
was so good.
I've watched it so many times. I shouldn't talk about
it. The first time I saw this trailer, and I didn't know it was Jack Reacher, I was like, oh, new Mission Impossible? And they're like, oh, it's Jack Reacher, even better. Yes, okay,
actually,
great.
Yeah, like, not better, but different better,
Yeah, like, this is a movie I would love to see a sequel to.
Jack Reacher was so good. It was so good.
Great movie.
Really well done. And I do think this one will be on that level, Brian.
I think this is going to be better than the first one, honestly. Like,
that's big balls. Big balls.
To this.
Big statement.
It looks good, and I like Colby Smulders better than who was the blonde girl in the first one.
Yeah, I know
also in the Bond movie.
Right.
We just love Robin. That's all that matters.
I like her better as an actress. I think this movie's going to be great. I'm highly looking forward to this one as well. But that same day also comes out a comedy that I'm looking forward to with Isla Fisher and Zach Galifianakis, Keeping Up with the Joneses.
Skinny
Also
Zach Galifianakis. Really weird.
Also has John Hamm and Gal Gadot in it.
So I'm on the fence about Keeping Up with the Joneses. I feel like I love John Hamm when he does like comedy stuff, but also he shoots a gun. Gal Gadot.
He shoots a goat.
I was thinking
what
Gal
trailer
Gadot.
did you watch?
I was thinking Gal Gadot, and I did a spoonerism.
What was he just in where he got fired? It was in Parks and Rec, right?
Parks. Yeah, that wasn't just in. Yes,
but it was hilarious. So
yes.
You're right. Yeah, I don't see him in a ton of stuff. Like I see Don Draper, but yeah, I'm with you.
I don't know. I love the cast. I don't know if I like the movie.
I know because how do you turn Mr. and Mrs. Smith into a comedy?
Add their neighbors, right?
Well, right, but I mean,
it's true.
I look at Zach Galifianakis and I go, "Oh, okay, you're moderately funny, super droll. I'm not sure you work."
Moving on, I'm going to skip over Ouija and Medea's Halloween. The only other thing that I want to kind of mention is on October 28th, Inferno.
You're really bringing this up because you missed the last Tom Hanks movie.
I did miss the last Tom Hanks movie, and I'm sorry about that.
Don't apologize. That wasn't any good either, I'm sure.
I actually heard it was amazing.
I liked it a lot.
And 2 words.
Mama and Papa Thornton approve.
2 words. Tom Hanks.
You don't like Tom Hanks?
You got against Tom Hanks? Never mind. I don't want to start.
I haven't liked anything he's done since Forrest Gump. I think he's middle of the road. He doesn't.
Road to Perdition? You didn't like Road to Perdition?
No.
Really? Road to Perdition is the one you jumped to?
I think he would like that movie.
I saw it. It was okay.
I think this movie's a piling heap of dog shit. So
yeah,
if you're a fan of the Da Vinci Code series,
the Robert Langdon stuff is dead. And
I think it's dead too. I think it's way past its prime.
Got the weird hair and everything in it. No,
he's not wearing the signature coat, which is stupid.
Guess what I can say and actually mean. So this will be used correctly. Hard pass.
Oh, hard pass. Look at that.
Hard pass.
A hard pass on Inferno. CJ will never see Inferno.
Never.
I'm totally going to invite you to go see it.
No, fuck that. I will never see this movie.
You're going to go see it with me?
Nope.
And I don't even want to see it. I just want to trick you into seeing it and then take pictures of you
just told me that you want to trick me into seeing it. Ergo,
Brian may actually post that on Twitter while it's happening.
You have the memory of a goldfish. By the end of October, I will be able to trick you to see Inferno.
It's not happening.
You'll forget you hard passed, and I'll be like, hey, I'm bored. You want to go see a movie? Let's go see Inferno. Everything else is sold out. And then
the movie I'm looking forward to the most this October that Brian has put on the list, so he'll probably miss one, is Jack Reacher. That is my October movie. That is the one I'm the most excited for.
Middle school.
Yeah, I'm up for The Accountant and Jack Reacher are my big ones this October.
I know my date movie is going to be Girl on the Train, which is kind of weird.
That's really weird, actually.
Yeah,
it says a lot about your relationship.
It does. That's the movie that Jenny really wants to see, and that's the one to be like, oh, let's go see that movie. You really want to see it.
That's the one where the wife gets murdered, right?
Yeah, that's exactly.
The nanny gets murdered
by the wife.
But we don't know who does it. Anyway, yeah, it speaks a lot about my relationship.
Nice.
There's a murder and infidelity. It speaks volumes.
That, or I would leave that movie and I would be like, that was a good movie. And it was like, we need to have a talk. No. And it becomes a biographical movie very quickly.
Oh, God. But there's no trains around here.
There's one in Reading. Brian, what was your takeaway movie?
The Accountant and Jack Reacher are what I'm going to try and see this month.
All right. Well, that's the October Blockbuster. Again, Brian's masterclass in what's coming down the pipeline for movies this month. Oh, yeah, Brian, I'm putting that much pressure on you. Hope you go back and double-check the list.
Way too much credit to me.
The list is available, of course, on thatkindofnerd.com. Just go there and you'll see the link for the October Blockbuster. You can also find it within the show notes. If we missed a movie, I would love for you to tweet at us and let us know at thatkindofnerd, so that way we can show Brian.
Oh, they know. They let me know last month. Don't worry.
So please, just let us know if we missed something.
I'm sorry, Laura, that I missed Sully. I hope you enjoyed it.
Wait, it was my wife that pointed that out?
Mm-hmm.
Your wife and a couple other people.
Wait, when was that?
Like the day after the podcast dropped.
Oh, man.
Yeah. You forgot Sully.
These listeners, they're demanding. 75 episodes, you'd think by now they knew that we're inconsistent at best.
We are consistently inconsistent.
You can always count on us for nothing. You're welcome.
Oh, could that be the new tagline?
We will at the very least consider the possibility of one day providing no value.
That kind of nerd. We tried. Put that on the shirt, guys.
Disappointment.
Are you up for getting your hopes put down? Come on the board.
I think anything would look good with that logo. So let's just roll with it. Yeah.
All right. Well, it's actually Brian's not off the hook yet because it is time for our favorite segment, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for
Cape Talk.
Brian has gone onto the internet and restored my faith in some DC stuff. Brian found the trailer for season 2 of Supergirl, which features the Man of Steel himself in this trailer. I'm actually pretty darn excited. I'm still watching Supergirl from CBS. I don't hate it, which I started off with, and I didn't. I had very harsh things to say about it. I don't have lovely things to say, but it's not as bad as I thought it was.
I'm going to go back to it. However, I am toward the end of season 2 of Lie to Me, and I'm gonna have to watch Luke Cage. I'm not sure I want to do that at this point, but I have to. And there's football, and playoff baseball. And hockey starting. It's fucking ridiculous. So we're all busy. I'm gonna get back to it. The trailer was good. I mean, who's the Superman guy?
He's from Teen Wolf.
Tyler something or another.
I don't know, man.
The other Tyler from Teen Wolf, not Tyler Posney.
And here's the problem: they're putting it on the CW, which has Flash, has Arrow, has Legends, has Supergirl. The minute you introduce Superman, people are going to want Superman. And
it depends on how
they can't do it.
Sparingly they use him.
Sparingly, not sparingly, you put him on there. This is too much. It's too much lightning at the top of the ticket. Or I'm sorry, on the bottom of the ticket all of a sudden, so that you get, I want more Superman. Why can't I have more Superman?
So let's take a minute real quick, because Brian, I know Brian wants to talk about this, and this will kind of help your worries, Josh, a little bit for it.
Josh, you wouldn't know this because you've only watched like the first 4 episodes of Supergirl, but they're taking and throughout the entire first season, I'm sure in the second season, they've taken very well-known Superman stories and put their own little Supergirl twist on them. So I don't think that's going to be much of an issue if they keep doing that. If they keep on kind of incorporating some of the Superman mythos into the Supergirl world.
Because it's made Supergirl a little more interesting to watch, that you don't miss Superman.
Here's what I love about that trailer, and what I said to CJ when I said, watch this trailer. It is everything, every complaint that you may have about Superman in the movies, you can already tell this is the opposite. He is very much the Boy Scout, very much the kind of spit curl, always kind of standing with his arms crossed, like symbol of hope kind of guy.
Truth, justice, and the American way.
Back to Christopher Reeve.
Yes.
Right. And there's this one scene where like he kind of, something's happening. He turns around to like an onlooker. He kind of gives him a little wink and you're like, yes, that's Superman. That's what I want out of my Superman. Oh, okay. That's what got me excited.
And I can understand that. I think, again, the problem that it highlights for me is that it is a very, very long way from Superman to the Supergirl we've been given with all her insecurities and all her bullshit.
You need to keep watching the first season.
I agree. You need to get a little further on. I'm even starting to have those
all of
things.
That stuff kind of disappears.
Yeah, I'm starting to have those fears.
She's not a crazy the nightmare, hot mess.
No.
Dumpster fire.
Correct.
Okay. Then I'll keep watching.
Yeah. Keep watching, because the show gets really, really solid, and it takes a couple episodes to do it, but it's a very good show. So I'm super excited for season 2. I hope CJ is super excited for season 2, even though he's halfway through season 1. Josh, you just gotta keep watching.
I honestly believe that when Supergirl gets into the hands of the CW and they start tweaking it, that they're going to fix the things I don't like right now and make it better and add the CW polish to it that they're getting really good at doing. I'd like to add a little bit of follow. Is a little off Cape Talk, but still kind of fits within here. It's that the CW app that we talked about last week, it did launch. I got to use it. I'm curious if anyone else is having the same issue that I had the one day where it does the typical ads and then it'll say, okay, now your episode begins. And then it takes too long to buffer. And then it says, hey, since you've been waiting for so long, here's another ad. And it's just like, well, no, I already watched my ad. I just want to watch the show again. It goes, sorry, we'll fix that while the show's buffering. But while it's buffering, have this ad. And then I waited for the show to go again. It's like, you know what? This is taking too long again. I'm so sorry. In the meantime, here's another ad. And I was like, no, this is not what I wanted.
Is it like you're Milton passing the cake off to everybody else? You're
yes.
Just like, but
the ratio of cake to people is too low.
I did not receive any cake.
Yes, it's a little bit like that. I would like to then address the other thing that fits into our Cape Talk, and that is that Luke Cage has officially started on Netflix.
And you know what I'm doing? I'm sitting here with you fucks instead of watching that freaking show.
But here's the deal, like we do for all of the Netflix original series. This is how dedicated I am to
the show and the 75 episodes we've done.
So like we've done for every other Marvel show and other things before, we're going to put a week embargo on talking about Luke Cage. So next episode, yes?
Yeah, next episode 76, we'll talk about Luke Cage. Every time you say it, it sounds like Loot Crate. And I'm not trying to plug Loot Crate, but you say Luke Cage, I hear Loot Crate, and I am distracted.
So we're going to have a week embargo on Luke Cage. So prepare yourself for next week. We're going to have some spoilers, so just you have been forewarned. Well, that has ended this week's discussion of Cape Talk. We had discussed a couple of weeks ago that Nintendo is going to be launching a
many
mini
weeks ago. This
NES.
Was months ago.
A while ago.
Easily months ago.
But as Brian has pointed out, that we kind of need to acknowledge that this is the 20th anniversary of the NES. Is that correct, Brian?
N64.
Yes, the N64.
Oh, N64. My apologies.
Now 20 years old, which means I am old.
I was 16 when I got the N64, and I played it nonstop. The N64 actually got me through a couple of rough weeks in my life, believe it or not. I played GoldenEye, man, just for days on end. Mastering Super Mario 64 and all of the new. It was a groundbreaking system, right? Because
Absolutely.
Of jumping in and out. It was a great. I keep remembering Super Mario 64 and how awesome that was. Star Fox.
So I was going to say Star Fox was the game that I was allowed to play because my brothers would hog the N64, and that was the one that I got to play without anyone bothering me. So wanted to follow up a little bit on a story that we had talked about. Nintendo is going to be launching the NES Mini very soon, and they released a trailer about it and showing a little bit of the interface and how it looks and how it's going to perform.
I will be buying this. It's an HDMI output from what I'm reading.
Yeah, and what's great too is that they're going to basically have something that every NES or early Nintendo adopter has wanted. That's the ability to save and pause games. So there's going to be a spot called Suspended States, which from what I can tell from a screenshot from the video will allow you to have 4 games suspended at the moment that you were at. So since there's no checkpoints or anything built into the NES because it was impossible back then, you'll have the ability to jump in and out, which means playing Punch-Out is going to be a lot easier now because you don't have to go through the whole gauntlet.
It will not be Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, though, right? It's
just the original Punch-Out.
No, that was the original Punch-Out.
That was the original.
Oh, I thought
Mike Tyson's was they after the crazy face button.
Oh, right. Yes.
So
my apologies.
So yeah, but I can't wait to hook this up and play these games with Christian for the first time. I can't wait.
Yeah, it look and then it also looks great too. Like they've updated some of the image quality for it, so I'm very excited. But now seeing how it's going to operate, a little breakdown of the actual
Josh,
console.
you could see every bit of the 8 bits. You could see each individual bit. Thank God for HDMI. More importantly, if you need to suspend your game, just stop. Like, just come on, just play straight through. Be a man. Go through worlds 1 through 8 of Super Mario World
I have a
17 hours.
3-year-old. I can't do that shit.
That sounds
I
like
need
a
to
you
pause.
problem.
Nobody's going 1 through 8. It's 2 warps and you're there.
Yeah, if you do the warps, yeah, fine. But I mean, I did it once, going all the way through.
I'm sorry, I'm not as good at NES player as you are. I apologize.
Yeah, few people are.
Just
All
me.
right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. I'm still gonna buy this thing. Looks great.
Yeah, I might get one for every room.
You'll have the NES right next to your fidget cube.
From what I heard, there
every
will
room.
be one in every room of the palatial estate. And I can tell you that there are not cats in every room of the palatial estate because the cat to male ratio is very low.
But the mini NES to people ratio
High.
super high, through the
Super
roof.
high.
I think you actually get one as like a parting gift for having visited.
It's in the
palatial
swag
estate.
bag. When
Yeah,
you
exactly.
show up for like an evening, Brian gives you the mini NES and a swag bag.
You know, I did find
that in
another.
a snack pack.
Not in a snack
Just in
bag.
case you get lost in the palatial estate, you need a snack.
Oh,
There you go.
there's snack packs in the swag bag.
Right.
Yes, exactly.
Another thing that's going to be in there is a piece of technology we have to acknowledge its existence of, and that is Snapchat has made glasses that they're going to call spectacles.
No, we do not need to acknowledge
Yes, we do.
this.
We have to
No.
acknowledge this
these
thing
are
exists.
these are official dick pic glasses.
Pretty much.
All the dicks, all the
Fucking
time in your face.
$130 ugly pair of round glasses that record videos at 10 seconds apiece that you're just going to broadcast to the whole world. Yeah, that's going to end great for everybody. This is the dumbest thing in the world. But they're there. They're real.
CJ, I so badly want to disagree with you because you always say technology is crap and then I end up liking it, i.e. the folding mate and the fidget cube.
Oh, there's going to be
But
just
this is
droves
terrible.
droves of millennials wearing these things.
Yeah, and they're going to sell,
Terrible.
but oh my God.
How about just quickly? BlackBerry has officially
Yes.
thrown in the towel. Like after a decade, basically, almost a decade of subpar hardware, they're finally acknowledging that they're behind the times.
Yeah, I think their real big last push was the Z10 and BlackBerry 10 software, and but this is a big deal in the cell phone world because BlackBerry was smartphones. BlackBerry was the phone that you had to have.
In 2003, BlackBerry was it.
Nothing else. And then even when the first iPhone came out, this was still a
No.
huge phone. People,
No, because I mean, look, at that point, Windows 6.1 phones were better than BlackBerry.
yeah. So, a fallen comrade in the cell phone world is gone. BlackBerry's out.
I'm always good for music sound bites.
So there goes BlackBerry. It was nice knowing you, and you made it longer than I thought you were. So this is actually the next thing I want to bring up is something that we didn't talk about last week. It was a trailer for a sci-fi show called Incorporated, and I mean to bring it up only because really of the producers of this show.
Affleck and Damon.
Yeah, Ben
It's
Affleck and
a
Matt-
Project Greenlight show.
They're EP, dude. They're producers. The same way Mark Wahlberg is on Entourage. He's there for the golf.
True story.
But the trailer looks pretty interesting.
It does look pretty cool. The entire concept is like no more government, corporations run the entire world type of thing.
Yeah,
It's like
they-
Brave New World type.
Taco Bell has won the franchise award.
Yeah,
That's right, exactly.
I'm behind it because there are sci-fi shows I can get behind, and I'm just gonna go back to Alphas. Had Alphas been picked up by a major network, we'd still be watching this show.
Why did you have to do that? I just got over the pain
I hear
of
you.
Alphas.
Like, for instance, if the CW would cast Alphas, maybe they'd include Aaron Paul as the wily little liar guy.
He needs a new gig after Ghost Rider.
I'm just after Ghost Rider. He's got nothing. So I think what I'm saying is I can get behind sci-fi and a show if the premise looks good, if it has the right backing, if it looks interesting, and this has all those things. Alphas was really a diamond in the rough that kind of went away, and it's sad. Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip, rest in peace type of thing. But this is that for me.
This is my fear, though, and Alpha's burned me hard, is that this show may be pretty good, right? And then I'm going to watch a season of it, then doesn't get picked up again.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
And I can't watch a show knowing that it's
I don't
probably
know,
gonna have
man,
something good
but
for it.
Alphas is worth the watch, if only.
Oh, no, absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. So even if we get one season, I hope that, halfway through they go, you know what, guys, it's not going to get picked up. Let's end it right, type of deal.
Right.
But you want to see it, but I'm just not sure that Sci-Fi has the affiliate clout to get that done.
They've actually been getting a lot of their shows renewed recently, just over the past year, like Magicians and The Expanse.
Magicians got renewed?
Yeah.
I remember
which
when
is
we talked
actually
about
really,
that show.
really good show if you haven't seen it. So I would say keep your fingers crossed, because as long as it's good, I think it might get picked up again.
Well, November 30th, that's when we'll know. That's when the show will premiere on the Sci-Fi Network. I don't know. I'm cautious. If you're a person who is okay with watching just one season of a show and then it's canceled and it's not like Firefly, it's something different. I think it's worth giving it a try. Please tell me if I should watch this. I can't get burned, so I won't be watching it. So speaking of shows that got picked up and renewed, The Tick, Jean-Claude Van Johnson, have gotten full seasons ordered on Amazon.
Nice.
No shit. That's awesome.
Nice. When is that official? Like, when is the next episode job doing that?
Oh, forever. It's going to be next year. When pilot season comes out, you'll see the full season of this show.
The three series will be airing sometime in 2017, according to
It's the
Amazon.
same as like One Mississippi got greenlit from last year's pilot season. We saw that full season come out this year during pilot season.
So then here's the question. If these two shows have gotten picked up, and again, it's not going to be until 2017, I know I'm in for The Tick. What about you guys? Are you going to be watching these two shows?
I'll definitely watch The Tick. I watched the first episode. I loved it.
I haven't watched either. I don't see me adding Jean-Claude Van Johnson, but maybe if I've got nothing to do over 10 hours, I you know what I mean? That's something I would watch.
That's kind of how Jean-Claude Van Damme feels about filming this. He's got nothing to do, and if it only takes 10 hours, he'll totally do it.
Right. Why not?
So I just wanted to say that we talked about these shows. Again, with Amazon, it's viewers get a say in what goes on their content. So if you guys watched it, you did it. Huzzah. They now picked it up.
I voted for The Tick, so I feel like I'm a part of something.
Yeah, look at you. So if you think you're having a bad year, I tell you, someone's got you beat, and that's Samsung. Because not only are their phones exploding and you're not allowed to take them on planes, and the phones that are replacing them are doing the exact same thing.
Also, I was on a couple planes this week, and it brings me great joy to hear that announcement. Like, I hear it and I look around. I look around at all the iPhone people going, Samsung's just the worst.
It's a great ad for Apple. every major airline being federally demanded to tell people to turn off that phone.
And the flight attendants seeing Samsung devices and go, is that a Note 7? You have to turn that off. And people going, it's not a Note 7. I don't know that. Just shut it down. It says Samsung. Like, I had some pretty overzealous flight attendants. If they saw Samsung, they wanted that phone off. Not airplane mode, off. And everybody around them's got their iPhone. They're still texting. They haven't even put it in airplane mode. The flight attendants don't care at all. They're just, that's Samsung, turn it off. Pretty awesome.
God. So apparently a select amount of top-loading Samsung washers manufactured from March 2011 to April 2016 are breaking. Basically, if you use...
That is a large pool of washers.
That's a rare thing. So basically, here's what happened.
4 years of washers.
If you do a higher speed for washing, a support rod that basically holds the dryer together breaks, and then it goes like the washer dryer on the trampoline. It starts thrashing about, throwing other components also loosey-goosey into the air, and then, breaking shit, which will also lead to, explosions if that
like it was filled with pink Ghostbusters 2 goo.
Yes, exactly that. And you know what? Would you like to hear their solution? Unlike the note where they just said that, well, your battery can't charge all the way, we're going to take it to 60% because fuck you. Hey, guys, can you just use a lower spin cycle, please? A slower one?
Oh, we're not going to do anything.
Mm-mm.
Just don't dry your clothes quickly.
Right.
Oh,
it's
kind
kind
of a washing machine.
It's kind of like when there was
lower spin speed.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So what we want you to do is spend more money in drying the clothes because you have to use a lower spin speed, so this thing doesn't come into your other room in your homes and attack you.
Yeah. So So I mean, go ahead.
You know what I would never have to worry about thrashing and breaking and wildly rummaging about in my laundry room? My folding mate.
I thought it was your butler, but he does get pretty crazy.
Because it just does its job?
Until I have my folding mate, I've nicknamed the butler the folding mate.
I'm sure he's very happy to hear that.
Yeah,
Brian trusted him, and he failed him.
I was just going to say, are we trying to get Bane out of washers and dryers? No, I want to hear what Bane has to say about a recall of Samsung washers.
No, he's good. He's good. He can't do it.
So there is, of course, a recall for this, and you can go. We'll include a link in our show notes just in case you do have a Samsung washer that you're curious if.
Oh, yes, CJ.
Jesus God, I thought you said you didn't.
I was wondering what would break first. Your phone or your dryer?
No, it's a washer, Bane. It's a washer.
Whatever it is, CJ.
No, that was it? You just wanted
People
to know
in
what
the tech world. Is this the company you trust with your mobile device?
I heard it's time to go mobile, just not with a Note 7 unless you're a suicide bomber.
Mobile, CJ. CJ, if you have a Samsung Note in your pocket, the fire will rise in your pants.
In your pants.
Oh, man. That hurts. That hurts so good, Bane. All right, so in all seriousness, though, if you do own one of these products, I do want to direct you to two resources, though, so you can at least go see what's going on. Go to saferproducts.gov, or if you want to call Samsung and kind of figure out about your washing machine and safety questions, call 1-844-483-3881. I'm not shitting you. This is actual information. If you are concerned about your Samsung washer.
Yes, when you go to saferproducts.gov, it's just pictures of iPhones.
If you call that phone number, it's just CJ going, sorry, not sorry.
No, but but for real though, these are real things. Again, saferproducts.gov.
For pictures of iPhones.
844-483-3881.
Sorry, not sorry.
Those are real numbers if you're interested in getting that. Links in the show notes. I can't believe Samsung is just, I mean, seriously, I thought I was having a bad year. I feel good now I know Samsung's really fucking up. So I want to thank you for listening to this show. Whether you've listened to one episode or all 75, it means the world to us that you would listen to three yahoos like us or three doties like us.
It is two yahoos and one doty.
Right, listening to us. Just talking about the nerdy world. And I do want to let you know that our first series of our podcast, Hey Did You See, just wrapped up Sherlock. We discussed that from seasons 1 through 3, and we're going to come back for season 4 when it airs in 2017. But that also means that we're gearing up for our series 2, which is Stranger Things. I know a lot of you are just engrossed and love that show, so we would definitely want to hear from you, and we think we're going to like the humor and the thought that we bring to the show. So I definitely want to tell you to go check out Hey Did You See? I also just want to take a moment to acknowledge some other people that have made 75 episodes possible. We got to thank Craig Newcomb, who came on and talked about Game of Thrones with us, who co-hosts Hey, Did You See? Greg Hall came in and filled in for me better than me in my best day. I also want to thank John Negroni, Sarah G for coming on the show and talking with us. And again, I want you to check out Now Conspiring, John Negroni's podcast. I was on episode 102. If you're interested in listening to that, we talked about some movies. And I just want to thank, again, you, the listeners, for helping us make this show a reality and that's 75 episodes happening. And we also want to give a huge shout out to Papa and Mama Thornton for not only just loving the show, but just being fantastic people to deal with and interact with. And
giving birth to awesomeness.
And my final thank yous as the hey, wrap it up music is coming through. I want to thank Bobby Palco and Soren Erzbach, who were the original backers, who gave us a little bit of money and some funds to actually buy the equipment.
This is like the Oscar clock. She's like speeding up.
Exactly.
It's like, exactly. And I want to thank everybody else, and thank you very much. And of course, thank God for being here. Thanks. Bye.
Well, thank you so much then for making us your walk around your neighborhood or your drive to work. We look forward to seeing you guys next week. And of course, please go check out thatkindofnerd.com for Brian's masterclass and trailers. Check out Hey Did You See podcast, so you can go ahead and listen to Hey Did You See and tell your friends about this show and give us a 5-star review on iTunes. It means the world to us. Thank you so much for listening, and we will see you guys next week.
I shouldn't have to look at that. Fuck, you shouldn't even put shit like this in here. I can't. How do you?
What just happened?
Whatever that trailer is below this trailer with the crazy face, I shouldn't have to see that shit.
Oh, Ouija.
Did you just get spooked?
No,
I thought you were talking about Keeping Up with the Joneses.
Problem. Whatever that thing is, whatever that feeling is that makes them enjoy horror, here's what happens to me. When I get in the least spooked, I get violently angry.
Can we talk about Keeping Up with the Joneses first?
We can, but Jesus Christ, don't ever do that to me again. I get violent angry. I don't get scared. I get immediately fist.
Hide under your bed and pray Catholic prayers.
It's not even fight or flight. It's attack.
I'm sorry.
Fuck! Don't do that shit.
I don't know what to do with that. Do I keep some of this? Do I not?
Yeah, I fucking can't. I keep it. I don't give a shit.
So angry. All right, so let's talk about Keeping Up with the Joneses. Brian, take us back into Keeping with the Joneses.
I don't even know what to say.
And all their Harry Potter books were burned.
Episode 75, all stingers all the time. It's all stingers. Hashtag, there's a whole lot of hope in here.